Hello and welcome back to Mythix. Today is November 1st. It is patch day for 1.17.2 and the community is excitedly waiting and anticipating the biggest patch the World of Warcraft community has ever seen. Normally an adding of content this extensive, this thorough, this packed would constitute any other studio, any AAA studio would try to squeeze $60 to $100 out of their community. Not the TurtleWoW development team. This is a labor of love being put together for us today, and the community is just completely ecstatic. All of this makes me reflect on a couple of things, and today I wanted to talk about 10 reasons why I think TurtleWoW is beating Blizzard at handling World of Warcraft better, and why I think TurtleWoW is the future of World of Warcraft. Reason number 1, community focus. Blizzard is very disconnected from their player base, and often many of the decisions that are made in the company are made from the C-suite or the CEO and corporate decision makers and pushed down to the team that executes and creates the changes. It's very frustrating for the player base, and if you contrast that with TurtleWoW, which is actively engaging with its players, regularly seeking feedback through forums, through Discord and social media, their GMs are very responsive. The sense of community is very strong, and comparatively, TurtleWoW is just blowing Blizzard out of the water despite the resources and the funding that Blizzard has at their fingertips. Unsolved botting problems. Blizzard continues to struggle with rampant botting issues on all of their servers, and they have for years, which ruins the experience for genuine players. Despite repeated acknowledgments of this, or sometimes no acknowledgments at all, many players feel that this issue is just completely being ignored and they just have to overlook it when they're playing on official Blizzard servers. And compare that to TurtleWoW, which TurtleWoW has seen a botting issue in the past and they were able to completely eradicate it, showing that it can be done. They listened to the community, they heard the concern, and a small team was able to do what a large corporation could not. So they've created a fair environment and a more immersive environment and gotten rid of that botting issue. It shows a commitment to your player base that cannot be matched. Reason number 3, more accurate vanilla improvements. Blizzard has released Season of Discovery, which essentially just injects a bunch of retail garbage into a classic that we know and love and made it so that glyphs were really the only real way to do damage. They didn't address any of the rating issues. In fact, they tried to make the rating more like what they remember from retail. Contrast that with TurtleWoW's vision of Vanilla Plus, still respecting the original material, but looking and acknowledging at what needed to be improved in Vanilla, what needed to be added to. Many players who are purists say that you should leave it alone even though there are things that are broken in Vanilla. The devs have very lovingly made changes, and a lot of the patch notes here, a lot of the things that are coming today in the 1.17.2 patch are creating a remedy for lots of old vanilla issues that make it a more enjoyable play experience. I'm talking more mana for caster classes so they're not constantly out of mana or We're talking balances to PvP changes that they've made while still trying to make classes more viable. More accurate vanilla improvements is what shows a deep understanding that the TurtleWoW devs have that Blizzard does not. Blizzard has increasingly incorporated microtransaction and paid content into every aspect of their game. It shows a distinct and clear disrespect. It shows what they think of you as the players. They're not trying to develop content half as much as they're trying to develop very lazy skins that they're hoping you'll pay basically DLC price for. $90 for the new anniversary Blizzard mount. Are you kidding? Versus TurtleWoW. And this is where TurtleWoW shines the brightest. The love and the passion for this project take precedence over the monetary gain. And that's why people like us should donate to support this project, this development, to encourage with our wallets a healthy practice in the gaming space. TurtleWoW prioritizes its community and game over its profits. Reason number 5, no monthly costs to play. Blizzard requires a $15 a month fee just to play their game. That's more than $150 per year just to play on bot-infested garbage while they try to throttle as much money out of you as possible, delaying the release of Season of Discovery. Feels really great, man. Feels really great. I mean, it's clear to see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to squeeze as much money out of you as they can. And, you know, I get it. They're a big company. I don't know if big is an excuse. You can make a really successful product and people would be happy to pay for it. It just feels like we're being fleeced at all and every opportunity. Do you really need $15 a month to keep the servers online at Blizzard HQ? Do you actually? Other people who offer, live service games can do it completely for free. Their server space probably isn't any cheaper than Blizzard's. So what is the $15 a month going for? Originally, we agreed to pay $15 a month to Blizzard Entertainment when World of Warcraft first came out, but maybe servers were more expensive back then, Things have clearly gotten concise, easier to pay for, and additionally, I think we paid $15 a month to guarantee we wouldn't have to pay for expansions, but Burning Crusade released and we paid for that anyway on top of the $15 a month, so I think we've set them down this greedy trend, but in comparison, TurtleWoW is completely free to play. You don't have to shell out basically $150 a year to play what is in many regards a better version of Vanilla Classic than what is being offered by Blizzard Entertainment. The player support of Blizzard versus TurtleWoW. Players often have a very, very slow response time on Blizzard's official servers. I mean, you open a ticket, it feels like it takes forever to answer. If you have any issues and you call Blizzard's helpline, you're going to be waiting for a long time. It's almost memeable at this point. And if you contrast that with how TurtleWoW handles issues, not only can you get a hold of the team directly, some support on Discord, but if you're in-game and you open a ticket, my tickets are usually resolved in less than 5 minutes. I've opened tickets before and I apologize, sometimes some very trivial things, and they have been answered very sincerely, very professionally, and very quickly. So the player support somehow is better for a small, tiny company than a company that's huge with all these resources. Go figure. Development transparency. Blizzard is criticized and should be criticized for its lack of transparency on game development. Most of the things come completely out of the dark. It feels like it comes from the closet of the CEO suite and players get slapped with it. How many surprises do players get hit with? Oh, the War Within's coming. All right, great. It's yeah, cool, man. Awesome. Versus the transparency that the TurtleWoW devs have. I mean, how many of us knew months in advance what was going on with the 1.17.2 update? Now, we have been surprised by the amount of work that went into it. Thank you, TurtleWoW devs, but it's just this kind of trust building that happens between developers of TurtleWoW and developers of Blizzard. There's no communication versus just an abundance of communication. So, development transparency. Nostalgia. This is something that Season of Discovery got completely wrong. Season of Discovery was totally new. And when I went from playing Season of Discovery to playing TurtleWoW, now, I'm not an entirely emotional guy, but I just want to say that playing as a high elf in Alathalas, it makes you feel some type of way, okay? As a guy who grew up with the original Warcraft, all the passion and love that went into expanding the original vanilla content, making it just so familiar while at the same time adding so much quality of life. It just hit all of the nostalgia, all of the feelings that I remember experiencing with the original vanilla World of Warcraft. Blizzard cannot replicate that today. They do not have their finger on the pulse of this today. How many of you have noticed while playing on TurtleWoW that when you're in a dungeon or when you're in a group, the loot that is dropping is actually loot that should be worn by your class or your character? More common than not, it is wearable or usable by your class or character. It's little quality of life changes like these that are so subtle that they can be missed, but they're so detailed and unforgotten by the TurtleWoW development team. And these things are just glossed over at Blizzard. They're too busy with whatever else they got going on. Quality of life is better on TurtleWoW. Which brings me to my final point. Passionate developers. Blizzard is a corporate entity. They're focused on profit. Their decisions are made to prioritize revenue over player satisfaction, and they have made that clear time and time again. This can create a huge disconnect between the player base and the company, right? Because they're trying to get your money, they're a business, and they have lost the art. They have lost the passion that made them the successful company that they are. They're detached from it. Contrast that with TurtleWoW, a team of very passionate developers who genuinely love and care for the game. It's evident in all the work that they're putting in. Like today, the 1.17.2 patch, the biggest content patch the vanilla community has ever seen. This should be an expansion. We're getting it for free. Passion, dedication. It shines through their updates, through their community interactions, and through this server that they have fostered. So that is it. Those are my 10 reasons why TurtleWoW is handling World of Warcraft better and why this IP is safer in the community's hands versus Blizzard. Better in TurtleWoW's hands than Blizzard's. And I'd really like to hear from the community of TurtleWoW. Share your favorite experiences. Share your favorite subtle changes. Share your favorite updates that you've noticed on TurtleWoW that have made your experience so much better with the community. It may be something that people haven't realized is great, that it's just game changing. So I'm excited to hear back from you. I wanted to take the time to thank over 2,000 of you for subscribing to this channel and helping create this community of feedback, of discussion. You guys are so amazing. I am so appreciative for all of the support that you guys have shown. Thank you for taking the time to write comments, to create discussions, and thank you for being here. And I will see you in the next video.